Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5.
Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire deal to end 15 months of war in Gaza. Here, Egypt's Al Qareha news channel confirming the reports. The deal follows months of talks with Qatar, one of the key mediators. There were celebrations in the streets of Gaza upon the news. It's thought groups of hostages will be released every week in exchange for the return of hundreds of thousands of Gazans back to their homes. Hamas attacked southern Israel on the 7th of October 2023, killing around 1,200 people and taking 251 people back to Gaza as hostages. The attack triggered a massive Israeli offensive on Gaza, during which more than 46,000 Palestinians have been killed, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Moments after a deal was announced, the US President-elect Donald Trump said, "We have a deal for the hostages and that they will be released shortly." Yoon Suk-yeol has become South Korea's first sitting president to be arrested after investigators scaled barricades and cut through barbed wire to take him into custody. Just before dawn on Wednesday, a huge team of investigators and police arrived at his residence in central Seoul, armed with ladders to climb over buses blocking its entrance. Other officers in the arrest team, which numbered around 1,000 people, scaled walls and hiked up nearby trails to reach the presidential residence. After several hours, authorities announced that Mr. Yoon had been arrested. He is being investigated on charges of insurrection for a failed martial law attempt on December the 3rd. He has also been impeached by Parliament and suspended, but will only be removed from office if the Constitutional Court upholds the impeachment.
All of these homes were just leveled.
Winds that have fanned wildfires in the US city of Los Angeles are again expected to kick up on Wednesday after a 25th death from the fires was confirmed. Forecasters have again identified an area of extreme fire danger, emphasizing the risk level in a region to the northwest of the city centre. In some mountainous areas, it is possible for winds to reach speeds of 70 miles per hour, which would be nearly hurricane force. The anticipated increase in speeds threatens to spread the remaining 4 blazes, which firefighters have made further progress in tackling during a few days of calmer conditions.
3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff.
2 lunar landers built by private companies in the US and Japan have left Earth on board a SpaceX rocket as part of a rideshare to the moon. The Falcon 9 took off from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, carrying landers belonging to America's Firefly Aerospace and Japan's iSpace. The landers will eventually separate once they reach the moon's orbit and conduct independent explorations. They are the latest in a growing number of commercial missions to the moon. Firefly's rover, Blue Ghost, is expected to take about 45 days to reach the moon once it has separated from the SpaceX rocket. Drone footage released by authorities in Massachusetts shows the rescue of a dog and its owner after they both fell through the ice of a frozen lake. In a video posted on the police department's social media, rescuers from the local fire department can be seen crawling along a tether line towards a hole in the ice next to an empty rowing boat. After pulling the owner of the dog to shore, rescuers returned and managed to rescue the canine. And the circus has been to the Vatican to delight Pope Francis during his weekly general audience. At the end of the audience, the Pope applauded the performance of the Roni Roller Circus troupe, which featured clowns, acrobats and even a dog, to which the pontiff threw a tennis ball. Last week, performers of another troupe, Cirque Africa, entertained the faithful in the Paul VI Hall at the Vatican.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.